This is the episode where it all pays off. We measured superheat on the low side. We measured subcooling on the high side. Now we put both numbers on the table at the same time and let them tell us exactly what is wrong with the system. Here is the core idea, and it is the whole reason these two numbers matter so much together. Superheat tells you about the compressor and the evaporator. Subcooling tells you about the charge and the condenser. One number alone is a clue. Both numbers together are a diagnosis. When a system is low on refrigerant, superheat, and subcooling move in a very specific pattern. When a system is overcharged, they move in the opposite pattern. Those two patterns are what we call the gauge signatures, and once you can recognize them on site, you can walk up to a system, read 4 numbers, and know which way to go. Let us lay out the two signatures. Here are the two signatures side by side. Signature 1, undercharge. The system is low on refrigerant. There is not enough liquid in there, so the evaporator runs out of liquid early and starves. That drives superheat high. And because there is barely any liquid stacked up in the condenser, subcooling drops low. So the undercharged signature is superheat high, subcooling low. Say it again. Low charge, high superheat, low subcooling. Signature 2, overcharge. Now there is too much refrigerant. Liquid floods past the evaporator, so superheat falls low. And liquid backs up and stacks deep in the condenser, so subcooling climbs high. The overcharged signature is superheat low, subcooling high. Here is the memory hook that ties it together. Undercharge starves. Superheat up, subcooling down. Overcharge floods. Superheat down, subcooling up. They move in opposite directions, and which way they split tells you whether to add refrigerant or recover it. That single picture is most of refrigerant diagnostics. Let us walk the undercharge case all the way around the system, all 4 gauges. The system is low on charge, usually because of a leak. Suction pressure reads low, because there is not enough refrigerant to fill the low side. Head pressure reads low too, for the same reason. Superheat reads high, because the evaporator runs dry early, and the vapor picks up a lot of extra heat. And subcooling reads low, because there is almost no liquid stacked up in the condenser. Low suction, low head, high superheat, low subcooling. That is a textbook undercharge. Now, the most important rule in this entire series. Do not just top off the charge. A low system is low for a reason, and that reason is almost always a leak. If you add refrigerant without finding and fixing the leak, you're going to be back at that house in a month, and you have put refrigerant into the atmosphere, which is both bad practice and, in many cases, against the law. Find the leak first. Repair it. Evacuate the system. Then weigh in the correct charge. Now the opposite case, overcharge all 4 gauges again. There is too much refrigerant in the system. Suction pressure reads high because the low side is packed. Head pressure reads high because the condenser is jammed full of liquid and pressure climbs. Superheat reads low because liquid is flooding past the evaporator and there is little room for the vapor to pick up extra heat. And subcooling reads high because liquid is backed up and stacked deep in the condenser. High suction, high head, low superheat, high subcooling. That is overcharge. And here the danger is direct and expensive. Low superheat on an overcharged system means liquid refrigerant can reach the compressor and slug it. High head pressure also pushes up the compressor amp draw and the discharge temperature, which shortens its life. The fix is the mirror image of undercharge. You do not vent refrigerant to the air. You recover the excess into a recovery cylinder, bringing the system back down to the charge the data plate calls for, verified by subcooling. Now, the part that separates a real diagnosis from a guess. Not every bad reading is a charge problem. 3 other faults wear a disguise and try to look like undercharge or overcharge. Imposter 1, a restriction. A plugged liquid line dryer or a starving metering device chokes off the refrigerant. That drives superheat high just like an undercharge. But here is the tell. Subcooling stays normal or even runs a little high instead of dropping low. High superheat with normal subcooling is a restriction, not a low charge. Imposter 2, a dirty condenser. A filthy outdoor coil cannot reject heat, so head pressure climbs, looking a lot like an overcharge. But superheat stays normal and subcooling stays normal to high. The tell is the coil is visibly dirty and the system is running hot, but superheat never dropped. Wash the coil. Imposter 3, low indoor airflow. A dirty filter, a weak blower, or choked ducts. This pulls suction low and can look like a charge problem, but watch superheat. With low airflow, superheat reads low, not high, because the coil cannot boil off its refrigerant without enough air across it. This is exactly why we verify airflow first back in episode 2. Restore the airflow before you ever touch the charge. So here is the discipline that ties the whole series together. Never diagnose a system off one number. Read all 4 together. Suction pressure, head pressure, superheat, and subcooling. It is the combination, the signature, that gives you the answer, not any single reading. Walk up to the system, and before you add or recover a single ounce, ask the 4 questions in order. Is the airflow good? Is suction high or low? Is head high or low? And which way did superheat and subcooling split? High superheat with low subcooling, you're low on charge, go find a leak. Low superheat with high subcooling, you are overcharged, recover to spec. Superheat high but subcooling normal, look for restriction. Everything low including superheat, fix the airflow. The numbers are honest, but only when you read them as a set. Let us lock in the 3 things from this finale and from the whole series.
1.
The 2 gauge signatures. Undercharge is superheat high and subcooling low. Overcharge is superheat low and subcooling high. They split in opposite directions.
2.
Beware the imposters. A restriction fakes high superheat but leaves subcooling normal. A dirty condenser fakes high head. Low airflow drives everything low, including superheat. Always check airflow first.
3.
Read all 4 numbers as a set and never vent refrigerant. Find a leak on a low system, recover the excess on a high one. And that is the series. Saturation is the baseline. Superheat protects the compressor. Subcooling proves the charge. And together they diagnose the system. Go put your hands on a set of gauges and make these numbers second nature. You have got this.